Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to Create Every Day in April. Today is April 17th. It's Saturday. Woohoo! What are your plans? I'll tell you about mine in a few seconds. So I just started recording a video, right? And I pressed the button, and guess what happened? Start recording. And I don't want to marry my videos together, so I didn't do much. We're just gonna go over a few things. So this is Calypso. Her real name is Gabriella if you're looking for her from the Prima Julie Nutting stamp line. But we have changed her name to Calypso, Callie for short. She lives in a seafaring town. Her father's a sea captain. And um, she owns a shop. Her shop is called the Sea Shanty. And she has a lot of little trinkets. Yesterday we took this little mermaid, and it's from the Target. During Valentine's Day, they had this. I got this 2 years ago, I think, and I thought this would be really cute. Like, this girl is in the center of town, in our makeup made up town. And what I did is I just put some white paint, let it dry a little bit, impatient, right? Then I took some gray paint, and she looks like a statue, except for two spots right here. You can see it's still purple, and then her back is still purple right there. And I think I can work around those two things. And now I'm taking these papers, and what I'm doing is I am calling them over to look like rolled up maps. And we did one vertical and one horizontal. Well, we did 3 vertical and 1 horizontal. And I just took some distress and or ink, and I inked them up to give them a little bit of mappy colors, like that. And you could do it on here, but I feel like you're wasting a lot of the, well, depends on what you want to do with it. If we're not going to use but just this little section, I felt we only needed to for that little section. So now I think it's time for assembly. I can't think of anything else that I would want to add to this except for one thing, and I'm choosing not to add it. Maybe on another project that we do something like this, we can add it. So I'm just gonna pour all these things out and work on it from there. Now, the thing is, I guess if I really wanted to, I could put a knot in here and have it hanging, or I could make something go on the back. But I want this to be a stand on the desk or a shelf like that, right? So this part may be a little bit awkward for both of us, you and me, because I need to be able to see it, and so do you. But let's see. I may have to cut some of her foot off. So this part is a little bit longer. Maybe that'll work. I think that might work. Yeah, let's do that. And I think I need to just go ahead and put some stuff on the wall, which is where our little stars come in at. All right, so we're going to take our painted stuff. We're letting the glue gun heat up because, if you have a glue gun, you may not have this kind of relationship with yours, but my glue gun and we're not really like super friends. And this is the cousin of the glue gun from hell, which works really great, but I always end up hurting myself with the glue gun. All right, so if you are into nautical stuff, you know that they have buoys for different things, and it says red, right, returning. So red and blue buoys give you different directions. I don't want to make this a true buoy, but this kind of reminds me of like a bell or something like that. And these numbers are different numbers that you may see on vessels and just random things. I think we kind of associate things like that. And this 5 is for my son. He is 5. And so he always like, can I have 5 cookies? Can I have 5 this? Because I'm 5. So we're going to do that for him. I don't think we're going to use this little bird at all. I just pulled out some random stuff. So I think the way I want to do this is we're going to put her on last. Right? We're going to put her on last. And we're going to try to glue. We're going to try to glue her whole body onto this one ledge of board. Just like that. Just like that. So we'll have to work that piece out. So what we're going to do first is we're going to put our numbers in on the side. So, you know, sometimes you see projects and you actually have to look around in the project. Now, if you don't want to use hot glue, there is some stuff out. Fabric Tech, I think probably will work on this project. Wood glue, of course, would work on this project. But I want to use the hot glue gun. And it's heating up. It's warming up. So we're going to just chill and wait on that. All right, so while we wait on the glue gun, let's see if we can't do more, right? So I have these little white beads. I got these from a store that I go to. This little pack was $2. Has all kinds of white and black seeds in here. And I was thinking that, you know, like when you go to like the beach and they have, in some areas, they have these little, I don't know what they're really called, but buoys? No, these are like the stop. Don't go past this because it's dangerous. We're gonna try to make that. I'm gonna try to get this knot tied directly in that spot, hopefully. So I'm just gonna try and put it like right there. Yeah, that's good. Because we don't want the beads stacked on each other, and I don't want to put all of the beads on. Just want to put a few on there. Yep, that looks good. Because we want to have some space. I don't know what the name of that thing is called. But like if you go on to like a cruise or whatever, you'll see that they have where you can't swim past the thing. I'm quite sure someone knows. I don't really go on vacation anymore. I don't travel much, not because of what's going on, but I don't like flying that much. So if I don't have to fly somewhere, it's a great day for me. Although I do want to take my son to Sesame Place, not only for him but for me, because I grew up watching Sesame Street, old school Sesame Street, when it was an hour long. You know, now it's 30 minutes if you watch it on PBS. I'm not sure how long it is on HBO. And I think I read an article and people were like, "Oh, it's on HBO now." I'm like, HBO is saving a childhood memory. Let's try to support them as best as possible. But PBS, Public Broadcasting Station, right? That's where I met Thomas, the Tank Engine. My son met Thomas on Nickelodeon, and it was on Nickelodeon for like a half a second, and now it's on Netflix. And my issue with the times is, you know, not everyone can afford, you know, and this is going to sound real crybabyish, first world problems, of course. Not everybody can afford Netflix. Not everyone can, you know, afford certain things, like all these streaming services. Now they have like a lot of streaming services, and I'm going to take this right here and just tie 2 knots, just like that. And I am not about to be all up on all of the streaming services. For one, I wish this rope was bluer. We're going to use some nautical terms, rope instead of, some line instead of just string, right? It's just rope or line. We're a little bit on the bluer side. So we're going to cut this and go ahead and get to gluing. So, like they have Discovery Plus, I guess now, Disney Plus. After a while, they're going to have Netflix Plus. Like, we can't get everything on one channel because people are all trying to make money. And I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything because I still buy my son DVDs from the thrift store, or if we go to like a flea market, we'll buy the DVDs of Thomas there, like the original, how it was played on. And you know, like Bob the Builder was on PBS and things like that. So I don't get offended by it. All right, so we're going to glue this chair in, and we're going to glue this chair so good that I won't worry about it. Let's do 1, 2. This is a messy glue job, Brandy. 3. I feel like I should put some putty in the back, but you know what? I think we're gonna be all right, y'all. Like, I'm not gonna be stressing out about the end portion of our project. I feel like we're gonna be okay. I'm just gonna apply some pressure here, and I don't think I'm gonna pause the camera. I don't want you to think, oh, Brandy pulled some type of magic trick, and I don't know what the heck she did. Nope. I'm gonna keep it just like that. And I do need to keep in mind where she's gonna be, and I did say I was gonna put these dang numbers on the side, right? So we're gonna do. The significance of these numbers is nothing, okay? Nothing at all, except for their numbers. And I'm quite sure some people favorite number is 3, 18, and or 24. Putting that table there, that dresser that we found on the side of the road, really makes it harder to, you know what? The address to the sea shanty is 318th Street, right? We'll figure out the rest of it. 318, I don't know, Seaweed Lane or something like that. Yeah, 318 Seaweed Lane is the address. So that is why we have that in there going on. And to hide her face some, I figured we could turn her to the side just like that. Now, she's beautiful, so we really don't want to hide her beauty, right? But to not show, well, you know, I'm not perfect, and I don't mind this craft showing my imperfections, just not too much of them, right? Just not too many of them. All right, so we're gonna get that. And did I put, oh yes you did, Goofy. All right, so we're gonna put that just like that, and I'm gonna apply a little bit of pressure. I'm just gonna let it sit there a second. So I learned this trick. I'm quite sure you already knew this trick, but I'm gonna show you a trick with the glue sticks in a few seconds. All right, so now we are going to put a little bit of glue on this cork. No, we're gonna put it in the glass, and hopefully, I'm just gonna put it on one side. Hopefully it sticks and it doesn't come apart. And we're gonna set that in the back right here. See, I knew that this was gonna happen. We have too much. We have a lot. Well, not too much, but we have a lot of stuff going on already. But it's looking great. Yay! Maybe we'll do this. We'll stack up our papers first. And I'm going to go on the seam that we created when we glued this down. So I'm just doing that. And there we go, like that. And now I'm going to take some glue. Do I want to glue it? Yeah, I want to glue it. I want to glue it. Nervous Nelly over here, Nervous Nelly. I think I'm going to need to put one more glue strip on here, hot glue strip. I'm going to just glue it just like that. Yep, I probably should have hot glued it. But we will see how that works out for us. Got this right here going on. All right. Looks like we didn't make enough of these maps, huh? That's all right. We'll make up for it. We'll make up for it. All right. So now we're gonna glue right here, and this comes from the Dollar Tree. Okay. This is the fun part, right? Like all the hype, all the work that you do when you create different projects, it comes down to the wire. And Callie rearranges this display. This is the window display. So she's standing right outside her shop, like right outside the shop. And this is the window, right? So she really works on this a lot, all the time. She's always out here messing with it. Where's these things at? All right, let's go ahead and do this. So I'm gonna make sure I keep this kind of in a good form. You could roll it yourself if you wanted to, but you know, we got this little fancy paintbrush stick, aka my roller, and why not? Oh, this tour, that's good. That's real good. Real good. All right. Now I'm gonna go back a little bit onto the roll and just apply some tape of glue. I keep saying tape. It's not tape, it's glue. A form of adhesive on here. I am really digging this project. I hope you are too. I hope that you are like, yeah, I can do something like that. And you find a space in your craft room for it. I have a friend who has some type of, I think they they happen having an episode of Bell's palsy going on. I think that's what he said yesterday. And I didn't want to ask him. I saw him on camera. He was recording a video. And I felt like, and I shouldn't feel like this, and I feel kind of, I shouldn't even say it, but I felt bad for him. Like he looked and sounded, he looked semi-normal, like his normal self. It's just you couldn't see his facial expressions, because if you have met anyone with Bell's palsy, it's a little bit like their face is paralyzed or something has happened where they can't move their face. I know I used glue on that other one, but we're going to use hot glue on that. But he looked and sounded just miserable in the whole scheme of it, if you think about it. We're going to go ahead and put some glue right here and put this on the bottom of here and work that down just like that. So this is the trick I've learned with the hot glue gun, right? Because your glue is running out. You take that, you put it right here, and it catches, and you don't have to worry about re-jamming it in. Isn't that cool? Yep, the things you learn and share. You probably already knew that. You didn't share it with me though. Why not? All right, so we're going to keep on moving. And I think we're going to put this here because we kind of want all of it on here. And you know, in these little specialty shops, you look at the front of the window and that's what kind of draws your attention into the store, because there's so much cool stuff. And I like to look at all these things. Like if I was looking into this window, I'd be like, oh, I got to go in. I wonder how much that mermaid statue is. Oh, this is cool. It would be very fun for me to go into this shop. I see all these posters. I want to look at them and probably take a sniff and smell it a little bit. Is that wrong? Is that wrong? All right, so we're going to put this 5 right here. And we're going to put it right on here. This has been fun, everyone. I really appreciate your support in this, because I'm always nervous about whether or not CREDA is well received or not. I'm always nervous about a lot of the projects that I do being well received, but I like crafting. And so I craft for 2 reasons. I craft for me and I craft for you. Mostly for me. Well, and so my family don't get something bad don't happen to them, like me hurting them because they get on my nerves. So even though we made this and we put the string on here, we did the lead work to make it look really cool. And I think we want to put this at the bottom right here, which is hindsight. I should have thought about that first. But what I'm going to do is put a bead here. Bead of glue, that is. No pun intended. I'm going to put that right there, like that. And then I'm going to let this kind of dangle out a little bit. Because at the store, you know, the floor don't just end right there. And I think I'm going to put another bead of hot glue right there. Get that spider out the way. Okay. I definitely should have put this down first. And then we can just kind of throw those in if they fall out, which is great because, you know, you want to have a little bit of an interaction with some of the projects that you have. All right, and let's see. I did paint this little thingamajig. It's not working. Is that not one of the coolest things I've ever created? Oh, let's see. We're going to put this flag, this star. Let's see if we can put this star in this corner. Just like that. We can. Now, most of these items I had on hand. I didn't go out and buy any of them at all. Nothing whatsoever. Okay, so if you have craft items, you can just look around your space and see. I think I am going to try this again with a different type of situation. But you don't need, we don't need to go out and buy a whole bunch of junk just because someone is showcasing the junk that they've purchased to make a project. You have junk in your space. All right, so now comes the moment of glue truth. We're going to take Callie and glue her all along the line, the wall. And I'm using Aleene's. Like, I feel like Aleen just grips better, in my opinion. And I have more room to work with, more wiggle room. Although, you know what? It's probably not really true. I just like Aleene's tacky glue. And plus, if you can't get art glitter glue, maybe you don't like to order stuff online, you can just go to the Dollar Tree and get some Aleene's glue, and or Walmart, Michael's. I don't know. I think even Target sells it. So yeah, you don't have to order it online. But I know some of us are like Amazon warriors, right? We like going to Amazon and buying all the goodies that they could have. I have never caught anything like on super sale. Like, I've seen a lot of people do like some great Amazon hauls. Like, I got this stamp set from blah blah blah. I'm like, how did this happen, ma'am? And why didn't you send me a personal text message? Even though I don't know the lady, right? I'm just watching the haul video. All right, so we chopped off that foot. We bought that foot chopping. Yeah, that looks great. All right, so now we're just going to add a few little pieces to this. And I just want to tell you, I think I put too much hot glue on the glue butt of the glue thing because it don't want to go through properly. But it did work. I have seen it work. And if you've done it before, let me know. All right, so we're going to take, I want to put 2 more pieces in and then we'll be done. I promise. I promise. I promise. I promise. I promise. So we're going to take this hot glue. We're going to interrupt our regular scheduled program. So right here, where I connected the glue together, I guess I put too much on and it created that ring, and this ring would not go through the chamber of like the white part. And I have seen ladies post pictures on Facebook where the glue has exploded out and hurt themselves. I can't afford that kind of crafting tragedy in my life right now or ever. So I need to be, I need to be mindful of that. So we'll go back to the old school way of just jamming the glue in when it gets low. But it does work. You see it connected. Or you could just buy the long glue sticks. I think, well, I used to get mine from Tuesday Morning. I haven't seen them there in a while. But I think also Walmart sells them. So we're going to go ahead and go like this and just put this kind of crooked a little bit, because I didn't want to have to decorate the entire sides of the project. I wanted to, but I want to have this kind of sitting. So if you walk into the store, you know, you see stuff around and under. If you go into like a trinket store, you'll see that kind of stuff. So that is the goal for that. And now we're going to take one last thing. You can't have a sea shanty. You can't have a store and not have like an anchor. So I'm going to try my best to put this anchor. Could I put it on the girl? No. Right here, maybe? No. I need it to be like front and center though. So I'm going to try my best. My best. I'm giving you my best. My best. And there we go. Just like that. So this is not all the way down, right? But I like it. I like it. And we're going to put this arrow. Now, I don't know why it's always an arrow included. I mean, I know why because of directions, but I feel like we always have to have an arrow. And we're going to always point up or forward, right? Because we don't want to look back unless you get lost and you need to do a U-turn, right? But in life, we always want to look up for positivity, stay motivated, all that good stuff, right? I guess we just put it right here. So we end up decorating both sides, kind of. All right. Now, if I was really, really, really with it, I could have decorated some more, but I think that is it. All right. Hopefully this angle works for everyone. So this is the top of it. I did cut this off because, hold on, because I wanted to cut it off, and it looks pretty cool right there. I cut crooked on there, but that's okay. And then you can see this, our note in the back, the background that you can't really tell, our upcycle dresser that we have done. This is the whole showcase. We went and got this, and we sanded it down, and we applied some paint, and we got that. We got some little mooring lines, some buoys, and all this other stuff underneath here. Some seashells, and this right here. And if you want to see the side, it's just a plain old side, nothing fancy. And our lady and this glue, I'm gonna have to fix that. This glue is gonna drive me crazy. Okay, so this is how it looks top view. I really am excited about the outcome. I hope that you are as well. Will we do another project that takes a few days? You know, I don't know the answer to that. I really enjoyed this project more than I thought I would. I thought it was going to be a few days. It was only 3, right? We started this on Thursday. And yeah, I want to say thank y'all for watching. I am probably going to do something easy tomorrow, a stamp and color or a simple card or something like that, and give my brain a little bit of relaxation. I like it. I think we'll do paper piecing tomorrow, but nothing to go on to something, right? Everything came out better than I expected. Could I have did better at it? Probably so. And we'll keep working on getting better for forever. I want to say thank y'all for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this. Until tomorrow, happy CREDA.